Then she drew the blade across his throat. Oh! We have the pills, but let's look at the spin. We're a little insane, but then we lose investigation to because the sanity. I don't want to have a mental breakdown, and I feel like we're gonna have some things that will, um, well, make us a little insane. I hate these pills, but I'll keep taking them for your sake. Oh, she looks so tired. So technically, it should be minus 28 now. Okay, they help. I'm blind. Let's talk to our kitten. This apparently hates herbs or neurosis. Hey, little one. Look at you sleeping there. Not a care in the world. At least you're alright. I don't know what I would do if both you and Kazuki. No, I can't think like that. There's more to all this, and too many unanswered questions. I'll get to the bottom of it, and manage to salvage a normal life out of this somehow. Don't worry, little one. Let's check the laptop. I think there was that. A violent incident in a sewer below the streets of Shinjuku in the late hours last night has resulted in the death of a detective in an apparent rescue gone wrong. The body of Detective Kazuki Tanaka, 29, was recovered last night after a nearly week-long search, when he went missing off the streets of Kazumi Kaseki. The mysterious incident has left the police scrambling for answers, and the suspect, as the investigation continues into its second day. The detective who arrived first on the scene, Ayami Ito, has declined to make any comment with the press, but her superiors say that after following a lead, she was led into the sewers where she made contact with a lone female suspect. At that time, sources say, the female suspect panicked and the incident ended violently before she could be apprehended. There are many unanswered questions, however. It appears that besides the lone detective, there were no other police on the scene, calling into question how the case was handled. Well, fuck you too. There is also a question of a missing suspect and why, after Detective Tanaka was killed, the suspect was not able to be restrained because she escaped. And because, perhaps, someone was worried with the victim. Like, I understand that her throat was cut, and I understand that I probably lost my consciousness or fainted again or something. But, I'm not making sense. I have too many thoughts at once. Hey guys, this is Editing Angie, and I wanted to clear out this thought because I tried to say it in a cohesive way, and that didn't work out because I was very emotional doing the recording of the video. What I was trying to say is that it is not so unlikely that you would, instead of going after the suspect instantly, you would try to help the victim. And yes, most likely the cutthroat was, deadly. You couldn't help anything, but there's always hope. And especially if you add that it was her partner, she might have hoped, she might have fainted from the shock, she might have had another mental breakdown. So I don't think putting that this was one policewoman, one suspect, and one victim, it's not that unlikely for the suspect to escape in that situation. If there were more police, uh, yes, they shouldn't let him escape. But when she was alone and she had to make decisions on the spot, whether to run after somebody or not, uh, I think I just generally don't think that journalists really thought that through. I don't know. I don't feel like this is a valid um, argument. This case comes in the midst of increasing scrutiny on the police, in particular the violent crime section, as other incidents of police neglect or questionable investigative practices have been made public. Several experts have gone on record saying that Tokyo's police are not equipped to handle the recent wave of crime. They say that because that's good for the media, I assume. The police have promised to release the results of their internal investigation as soon as possible. Superintendent Yukimura, who was in charge of both Detective Tanaka and Ito, has urged his department and the public at large to hold judgment until all the facts are in. I have heard a lot of rumors surrounding this case, but we are barely a few hours in understanding what happened down here. I think it's too early to jump to conclusions. An article from 2 weeks ago. Everything in it is laid out so neat and factual and makes it seem so simple. It's like they all happened to someone else. Like the Ito on the page is a different person from some other world. Yet, it's not. That's what happened to me. Or so they say. The article barely mentions the girl, the bloody back, or the red paint. How can they write that like it's true? The press will try to simplify any story to sell papers, like Kazuki always said. Other things about that night don't add up either. After backup finally did arrive, they couldn't find any trace of a girl. Fingerprints on the red paint were inconclusive, and the knife at the scene was clean too. That's what they told me, but there's no way that can be true. What really happened down here? You told me, Ayami. What's in the bedroom? I've been avoiding spending too much time in this room lately. Memories of that night always come flooding back whenever I do. Sometimes I think I can hear his voice just beyond the door, and when I open it, I'll see him there, finding these last few weeks to just be a bad dream. It's no dream. He's gone. I don't know what hurts more, the fact that he's gone, or the way it happened. Taken by a girl who shouldn't exist. Raina. That was her name. I remember a few days after the sewer, kept it to myself. At the brief, they had me talk to a station psychiatrist, and one look from her was enough to figure out what everyone else must be thinking. The police reports, the press, no one's mentioning the girl. I saw what I saw. She came back then maybe. Well, to be honest, she could say that it was an imitator of a murderer, as there are people like that, to save herself, even if there were no fingerprints. And I hope she wasn't saying it was that girl that I killed 6 months ago, because that does make you give you weird looks, obviously, implying that the ghost killed somebody. But I think that this would push them to look for her, that it was a murderer imitator. If I could only get some time to collect my thoughts and investigate this in myself, I'm sure I could find something to prove she was there. I doubt they'll let me anywhere near it though, at least for now. One way or another, I'll find the truth. Okay, nothing here, just some thoughts. And let's answer the door. Hi, I brought you some dinner?
こんにちは。
Excuse me, you didn't have to do that. You need to eat something, neighbor. Can't you sit around all day, right? I know that it's just... It's alright, you don't have to thank me. I'm not good with this stuff. But I'm sorry about Kazuki, I mean. I know that he meant a lot to you, and I didn't know him very well, but
もう十分よ。
stop. Just stop. You don't. I'm sorry, Yumi. I didn't mean it. Forget it. Forget I said anything. I'm sorry I snapped at you. I guess it's all been a bit much.
あ、
And that's a little earthquake over here? Now I should be one. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. No, we're not best friends or anything. I was just worried is all. Sorry, Yumi, that's my phone. Worried again? Huh, it's like we know when we're talking. Oh, I forgot to change the voice. Yeah, maybe. I have to take this. Yumi, thanks for the food. Anytime?
はい。
Ito here. Ito, I'm sorry I didn't call sooner. I need you to come into the station as soon as you can. What's this about? It'd be easier if we talked in person. See you soon. I've worked with Saki Shibashi for years now, and she hasn't changed a bit. Her hard work and pleasant smile are only matched by her love of gossip. All the CCTV cameras in the station can be viewed here. Saki stays up to date on all the office drama by having an uninterrupted view of a whole building. Oh, hi, Ito. Didn't think we'd see you back so soon?
こんにちは。
Well, ready or not, I'm here. About what happened. It's alright, Saki, you don't need to say anything. It's just so awful, and I know you two were close. I mean, I heard. Yeah, we were, but seriously, you can leave it alone. I'm fine. If you say so. But I'm glad you're being so positive. No matter what people say, I know you care about him and did everything you could to save him. Thanks, Saki. Wait, what exactly are people saying? Hmm, I guess it's only fair to give you heads up since we're friends. They have, there have been some rumors about what happened to Tanaka. Rumors? What kind of rumors? Well, that's. Or maybe I shouldn't. I wanna upset you. How do with it, Saki? Well, we know what it is. They think I killed him. They think Ayami killed him. We both know you can't keep something like that to yourself for long, so you might as well tell me now. Fine, but you didn't hear it from me, okay? And I can of all the bad press surrounding Tanaka. The higher-ups are looking for someone to pin this all on. Someone close to the case, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think I understand just fine. Officer Panda told me earlier that Tyra was posting about some promotion, and I saw some movers going to your office on the CCTV earlier. I just it doesn't look good is all. Tyra? That guy needs a swift punch to the back of the head sooner than he needs a promotion. And movers in my office? This is too much. Actually, yes, maybe first tell me that you're firing me or something before you put movers so everyone can see and I enter the room and everyone is like, it's the guy that's getting fired. See, I told you should be upset. It's not all definite though. I know for sure it's what I've seen in the monitors and what Bantos told me. Hold on a sec. Who's Officer Banto? That's not Somalias you came up with, is it? I only tried that with you one time and you figured it out right away. Banto transferred in from Osaka a few weeks ago, and he's a total sweetheart. Sometimes he comes and talks to me at the front desk when he's free. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Huh? Did he say anything else about our mysterious promotion? Not that I remember. All I know is he's been on the 4th floor doing some legwork for the detective for the detective lately and overheard it. If I run by my office, maybe I'll see this officer Brandon and ask him myself. Hey, that reminds me, if you see him, could you give him this? So my professionalism wasn't doing best, and I don't I don't wanna just go around giving letters from one person to another like it's high school. It's a police station. Ishibashi. Sorry, Saki, I don't have time. I've got somewhere I need to be. Oh, no worries. I understand. Duty goes right. Thank you for those professional points. Because it's hard to stay professional in this game, and I feel if I don't, it's gonna bite me in the ass. Guess you better head up to Yukimura's office soon, huh? So you knew about that too, hmm? Thanks for keeping me up to date, Saki. Let's go. Um, this is the thing, right? Yukimura's office, right at the top, obviously. Oh boy. Sorry to have you calling like this, Ito. I know we promised you some time off after the whole rotten situation. I meant to talk to you earlier, but with everything going on, well, you know how it is. It's been a media circus for the last 2 weeks. Damn reporters were waiting for any excuse they could to go for our frauds, and they found it. Then the deputy chief starts calling me, then the chief. Head, got a call from a mayor last night. Often want this case solved and now don't mind. He was here to see it, thought I would be furious at all the bureaucracy. Can't even count the number of times he yelled at me after similar speeches I made to him. He was a good man. Yes, sir, he was. Let's cut to the chase. With every paper and news station covering your case, the mayor's demanding a formal inquiry on your conduct. Now, before you say anything, I'm not saying I would have done better in your shoes. The whole thing was rotten, if you ask me. Unfortunately, there are no do-overs in police work, and even choices that seem right at the time can turn around and bite us later on. It's only you. I made a mistake that night, sending you in alone. I'll pay for that too. I am professional, sir. I am right now a professional. I'm competent. And right now I'm stable. For a moment at least. So keep that in mind, please. It's not just about the inquiry though. I'm concerned about you and the choices you make, professional or otherwise, have far-reaching effects in the future. And I know that the game told me that too, sir. It's fine. I'm being a professional policewoman, you know? The people who will work with you and trust you, the options you'll have available to you are all hinged on your ability to keep a professional face. One more thing. Given the circumstances, I think it best to transfer you out of the violent crime department for the time being. And that sucks ass. Are you gonna get transferred, sir? Is this how you're gonna pay for it? I'm worked so hard to be here, and now all I work for is just thrown out the window. Transfer? But I don't understand. I have already done twice the amount of work as some of the veterans, and I've only been in the unit for a few years. Surely my record should speak for itself. I think it kinda really sucks that she works so hard and this is hitting her like that. I mean, let's at least talk about it first. This isn't a negotiation, detective. Think of it as a chance to get a fresh start. But I don't wanna be out of violent crime. This is what I want to do, Detective Superintendent, sir. For the next month, you'll continue to be on leave. Fully paid, of course. Of course, I'll need to take your badge until you return. The gun you can turn in downstairs. When you come back, you'll be helping out with some other place guys and insurance fraud cases. As another detective will be moving to your place, we'll need to clear out your office. I asked the movers to come in today and give you a hand. Did I make myself clear, Ito? It's not professional. Now let's just be like that, and we're gonna deal with it on our own because you're not helping us. You're not trying to do anything right. You're just breaking my career for possibly one mistake, right? And you're the one that didn't want to look into the shrines. Everything wouldn't be like that if you would give more time and thought to the cases that Tanaka wanted to look into. The cases that public hated you for, ignoring or taking wrong, like treating wrongly, the cases that are now a proof for the media to say that police is not doing good enough. Yes, sir, I understand your decision, but surely this move should only be temporary? That's enough, detective. Until the internal hearing by your case is complete, there will be no further discussion of this. Now, please go to your office and pack away any personal items to be shipped home. The rest stays with us. Anito, take care. Oh, fuck you! Is our office ended? Tanaka no longer has an office there. Ito. Tanaka's gone. Something like she fully processed that. Oh, Tyra. You know, you know what you're getting into, you little bitch. Hey, to hold up. I heard you were back in the station. Real shame about Tanaka, he was one great detective. You're right, he was the best. Almost hard to believe he let himself get caught the way he did. I mean, it's weird, right? He was missing, can't manage to contact anyone even once. I thought he would have tried to get in touch with you at least, since you were his partner and all. Anyway, you shouldn't blame yourself, Ito. It was dumb to send you down there alone with no backup. Let's face it, there's no way you could have handled that on your own. You're right, Tyra. Yukimura should have sent you. The man who hasn't solved a single one of the murders on his desk this year would have turned out much better. Hey, those were just unlucky cases. No witnesses. If Yukimura sent me, I would have kept my cool. I can tell you that. I did keep my cool. Sometimes I close my eyes and count to 10, hoping that when I open them, Tyra will disappear. Unfortunately, that tactic hasn't worked yet. Wish it would. I once partnered with Detective Nita and was surprised by how competent he was. If he did not touch himself at the hip Tyra, he could probably make a good detective. This is our office, and this is an alarm for fires, earthquakes, and other emergencies. It's our office, so let's go. Oh god. What a morning. I'm exhausted. First, the boss stamped me out of violent crime, and then sent movers ahead of me, so everyone in the station knows about my demotion before me. which is a really mean move, I think. Like, have some decency, like have set up the meeting with her for, let's say, 11 a.m. and the movers for 12 or 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. or just whatever. Like, don't do it before. Like, this is such a shitty move. Like, maybe he thinks it doesn't matter, but it kinda does. Like, everyone in the station just. It feels so shy. I don't know. What a mess. As if I wasn't going through enough already. At least with my public shaming, I doubt anyone will have the courage to bother me in here. Gives me a chance to regroup and plan my next move. Oh my god, no. I knew they were coming. I got scared anyway. No. You can see them on the side there. You sad. Yasuki gave me the silver hairpin for my birthday last day. Seems so long ago. Yeah, I hate it. I hate the jump scares. A new email is in my inbox from Yukimura. It looks like it's gone out to all the detectives. Let's see. Detective Ito has been under a lot of pressure. The tragic loss of Tanaka has affected us all. I think I see where this is leading. There it is. Ito will be temporarily reassigned. So he did make it public. How humiliating. Why does he have to make it public? Why can't you have her reassigned and then when people are like over Ito, then you can say it. But like, it's not really their like business if someone is reassigned. They don't need to know this. Technically, I think. I don't know. Real nice of him to wait until I was out of his office before he hit send. Huh. After all this time, why doesn't he believe me? Oh no. I hate this. I've been in this office for years now, quietly working my way into the boys' club to be respected as a detective. Look at it now. All the hard work shoved into some boxes to be headed off to whoever brown-nosed their way into their promotion, no doubt. Can't help but feel like my hard work wasn't worth anything all these years if it can be so easily packed away and forgotten. Yeah, it sucks. Think we got the pack. Yukimura doesn't believe me. I'm the laughingstock of the station, and now I'm being moved out of the office to top it off. Doesn't get much worse than this, but it's Yukimura that stings the most. I thought I could trust him, but instead he tells me to turn in my gun like I'm some sort of criminal. Staying around here isn't going to change anything. If they want to investigate, I will. First things first, I need to get my hands back on that mask. Rhino mentioned it over and over, and it's the only clue I have to go on. I love jump scares. I do. Forensics gave the mask a once over and stuffed it down in the basement. I should go down and scope it out. Hi, you must be the new transfer from Osaka. I'm Detective Ito. That's right. Transfer me in last week. How you doing, Detective? Please, call me Bando. Y'all have got a big station here, and bars to say, but never could find my way around the Tokyo branch all that well. Get myself lost half the time, to tell you the truth. So you must be the one that's all over the news. Don't worry, never could trust the press. None of them know them thing about police work, if you're asking me. And it's only a quick-hour rough one. Sorry about your partner. Thanks. Rough is an understatement. Okay. That's all we can do with you, right? Let's go into the elevator and into the basement. A security camera watches the entrance to the locker 24/7. It's not exactly great for us, is it? The gate to the evidence room is locked. Mori has the key, but in desperate times I've seen Tanaka pick the lock to get in. Don't think you'd stick around down here after that big earthquake this morning, Mori. Oh, don't remind me. I'm trying to keep my mind off of it. How are you holding up, detective? Taking it one day at a time, I guess. Honestly, I'm surprised to find you still working evidence. Tanaka put in recommendations for your promotion. Yeah, I think the people upstairs have got other things on their minds right now from the sounds of things. Besides, I think they struck me down here because I was asking too many questions on my last case. May have pissed off a few of the wrong people. It makes me squirm thinking what it would be like being in an earthquake in this basement. I wish you hadn't reminded me. Oh, and I'm really sorry about Tanaka, Detective Ito. I respected him a lot. He'll truly be missed. Thanks, I miss him too. Okay? Why I cannot talk with you anymore? Will I be able to talk both? So I have to knock him out. Okay. The evidence was locked away and there was no other option. I didn't take any pleasure in it. I was out before he hit the ground. I respected Mori, but at the moment he was in my way. But they recorded me on camera. Yeah, I lost some things. It is not going too well, sadly. As I held the mask in my hands again, I immediately questioned why I'd gone through such great lengths to get it back. A small piece of evidence wasn't worth the risk. It wasn't the answer to my problems. As strange as it sounds, I had hoped the mask would react in the same way it did when I had touched it in Kamakura. At least that would have justified what I had done, and proved the sensation I felt that day wasn't in my head. The mask I held in the evidence locker was nothing more than rough old wood. No voices or visions, only an eerie quiet left in the wake of anticipation. Of course, I held onto it. The case was only getting started, and Rhino's obsession with it couldn't be an accident. He still had a part to play. And I feel this will not end well for us. The mask in my hands, I quickly got out of the station and jumped on the first train back to Shinjuku. Back to the alley where the whole mess had started. Something told me there was more to find in the sewer. The mask itself could wait until later. As the train made its way there, images and photos from the night engulfed me. I started to feel queasy. When my stop approached, the pit in my guts changed from fear to something else. I realized I had enough of other people telling me what to feel or how to act. I didn't know what to expect, but I knew that the only one who could give me any sense of closure was myself.